Hello Unity developers, in this video I'm showing you now a bug which you may have encountered, and this bug is related to serialized references, and I show you how to fix it if you encounter this error. So what I show you now is if I have here a script, basically it has some modules here. And if I go into this container, you can see here there are serialized references. Those are submodules in order to specify which solution you want to choose. The serialized reference basically is quite useful because now I can go here and select the module I want to use. For example, default, here I can select the shape. And here I can add some other stuff, basically. Basically, the inspector always adapts to what derived class it is, basically, which is quite useful, but it has some bugs. And one bug is quite nasty, and this bug occurs when one of those child classes have a list inside it. I'm not sure if it works with integer list or if it's if those are structs, but if I have here a list which references to an object here, Unity will crash, and I can show you when it crashes. Now I can select this here and I can select the sphere class targeting module. I have here the list, everything is fine. This is no problem. But the problem occurs as soon as you have two objects selected, and here even this one is also fine. It works as expected, but as soon as you have a list now here containing an object which has a serialized reference, it will crash. Like if I click the plus button, it will crash. And now you can see what's happening. It is stuck, and right soon it will close itself and it will simply crash. And the simple fix to that is basically to not use lists inside classes which are used as serialized reference. So I will remove this now and recompile. Here you can see the crash, the error report. It says nothing. I close it, so I have to restart Unity now. Yeah, I can see I'm reopening it. There's it. So now I have removed that list, basically. I can show it to you. Here, that list is gone. And suddenly it works. Works fine. When you have multiple selected. I'm not sure why this issue is happening. I see that it has some weird behavior. I'm not sure what this is exactly. But with serialized reference, it seems that there are some issues, but it's not totally bug-free, but the feature itself is quite awesome. So if you encounter a similar problem by selecting multiple objects and suddenly it crashes when you hit the plus button, then the reason is probably because you have a list inside that object. Now let's try it out with an integer list. I have not tried it yet. If this also crashes, because otherwise it means structs are allowed. A list of structs is allowed if it does not crash now. Selecting this, you can see the integer list. Selecting both, hitting a plus button, it works. Obviously it works. Let's try something else. Rigid body. Let's try this one. this one also inherits is a Unity object. I think if you have here a Unity object reference, it will crash. So let's try it like this. You can see the widget body here. And express. So overall, what you have to consider here basically is if you use serialized references, or when you plan that this class is used as serialized reference, then make sure that it has no lists or data as member which contains references to Unity objects. For some reason, Unity doesn't like that, and this will cause a crash here. I'm not sure if it is fixed in your versions, but I'm sure probably it's not fixed. So I hope this will help you, because it took quite a while for me to figure out that this is the reason why it crashes. And yeah, so see you next time. Bye bye.